Welcome to my channel, Value Old Coins. Today videos is one you won't to miss. We're diving into the world of coins, so let's get it started. The 1999 Elizabeth II 2 pence coin, inscribed with Elizabeth II DG Reg FD 1999, is part of the decimalized coinage system of the United Kingdom and represents a continuation of a monetary tradition deeply interwoven with British culture, governance, and economic history. Though it may seem like just a low-denomination piece of currency, this coin serves as a powerful symbol of royal heritage, economic adaptation, minting evolution, and national identity. Every design element, inscription, and material choice tells a story of Queen Elizabeth II's reign, of late 20th century British society, and of the transformation of coinage in a modern global economy. Translation and meaning of the inscription. The legend around the Queen's portrait reads, Elizabeth II, DG Reg FD 1999. This is Latin and stands for Elizabeth II, Dei Gratia Regina Fidei. Defensor, translated to English, it means Elizabeth, II, by the grace of God, Queen, defender of the faith. This phrasing is centuries old and reflects the monarch's religious and political role, rooted in the tradition established since the reign of Henry VIII, when the monarch became the head of the Church of England. The use of Latin is ceremonial, maintaining continuity with Britain's historical coinage and European traditions. Obverse. Front. Design portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, the 1999. 2 pence features the third official. Portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by Raphael Makhlouf. This effigy was first introduced in 1985 and remained in use until 1997 on most denominations, but it continued on lower denominations, including the 2p, into the early 2000s due to the slower transition of dies. In this portrait, the Queen is shown wearing the George IV state diadem, a crown featuring roses, shamrocks, and thistles, symbols of England, Ireland, and Scotland, respectively. The portrait was intended to portray a dignified yet youthful and approachable monarch, and was widely praised for its elegance. Other obverse features, the inscription, encircles the effigy, ending with the year of issue 1999. The rim is raised to help prevent wear of the design and inscription. Reverse, back. Design, main design. The reverse of the 1999 2 pence coin bears the badge of the Prince of Wales, a motif consisting of 3 ostrich feathers emerging from a coronet, a ribbon below the feathers with the German motto, Ich dien, meaning I serve. This badge has been associated with the Prince of Wales since the 14th century and represents loyalty, service, and nobility. Designer. The reverse design was created by Christopher Ironside, a celebrated British artist and engraver who played a major role in designing the UK's first decimal coinage in 1971. Denomination. The words 2 pence are prominently inscribed beneath the feathers, affirming the value of the coin in the post-decimalization system. Notably, since 1982, the coin reads 2 pence. Earlier, decimal 2p coins from 1971 to 1981 bore the term new pence, reflecting the currency transition. Material composition, pre-1982 versus post-1992 changes, pre-1992. 2 pence coins were minted in bronze, comprising 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, and 0.5% tin, post-1992, including 1999. The Royal Mint switched to copper-plated steel due to the rising cost of copper. This change made the coins magnetic. A simple magnet test can confirm steel content, more economical to produce, as copper prices were increasing during the 1990s. Specifications, mass, 7.12 grams diameter, 25.9 mm thickness, approx. 1.85 mm, plain. No milling or reading. Color, reddish-brown when new, dulling with oxidation over time. minting information. The Royal Mint, headquartered in Llantrisant, South Wales, produced the 1999 Pence coins in large numbers. The estimated mintage is in the hundreds of millions, making this year a common issue. Most were struck for general circulation, though a smaller number were included in proof and brilliant uncirculated sets for collectors. Cultural and economic context. The UK in 1999, the 1999 2-pence coin emerged at the end of a millennium and during a significant period in British political and cultural life. Queen Elizabeth II was approaching the 50th anniversary of her reign. Tony Blair's Labour government was in power, focusing on modernization, devolution, and preparing for the new millennium. Though the UK remained outside the Eurozone, 1999 marked the official introduction of the euro in many EU nations, raising questions about the future of sterling coinage, which never materialized into full currency changeover. Amid these political and economic shifts, British coinage continued to emphasize continuity, tradition, and national identity, reflected in the retention of royal symbols and historic mottos. Collectability and value circulated coins in standard circulated condition. The 1999 2-pence coin holds only face value, 2p. Due to its high mintage and continued presence in circulation, it is not rare. Collector variants uncirculated specimens, never used in transactions, can be worth between 0.30 and 2 bars, depending on the market and condition. Brilliant uncirculated, BU, and proof versions, found in Royal Mint sets, are more collectible and can be valued from $2 to $5 or more, especially if encapsulated and certified. Error coins minting. Errors can command higher prices. These include off-center strikes, double strikes, die rotation errors, wrong planchet errors. While errors are rare, some collectors specialize in hunting these anomalies for profit and prestige. Preservation. Tips to retain or increase the coin's value. Do not clean the coin. Even light polishing can ruin patina and reduce value. Store in acid-free flips, coin capsules, or albums. Keep away from moisture to prevent rust, since post-1992 coins have a steel core. If part of a proof set, maintain in original. Royal Mint packaging for optimal value. Quick facts and trivia. The Ich Dien motto has sparked confusion over its origin. Though it's German, it has been used in British heraldry since Edward the Black Prince adopted it in the 14th century. The 1999 2p was still using the Makhlouf portrait, even though the fourth portrait by Ian Rank Broadley began appearing in 1998. Lower denomination dies were phased in later, so 2p coins from 1999 can feature either the third or fourth portrait, adding a collectible variant. Magnet test. Fun, place the coin next to a fridge magnet. If it sticks, it's steel, post-1992. If not, it's bronze, pre-1992. Conclusion, the 1999 Elizabeth II. 2-pence coin is more than a simple copper-plated disc. It is a tangible representation of British heritage, Queen Elizabeth II's enduring reign, and the evolution of national coinage amid a changing Europe and global economy. Its design reflects centuries-old royal symbolism, while its material and mass production reflect modern fiscal pragmatism. Although not rare in circulated condition, it holds historical and educational value, offering insights into the UK's numismatic, economic, and cultural narratives. Whether you're a casual observer, an aspiring numismatist, or a devoted collector, the 1999 2-pence coin provides a fascinating glimpse into the story of Britain's currency, monarchy, and minting innovation on the cusp of a new millennium. The Elizabeth II DG Regi FD, 1992. 2-pence coin is part of the decimal coinage system of the United Kingdom. This specific coin features the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, who was the monarch from 1952 until her passing in 2022, marking the longest reign in British history. The coin was minted in 1992, a notable year in the UK's coinage history due to several changes in materials and minting standards. The inscription on the obverse of the coin, Elizabeth II DG Reg FD, is an abbreviated Latin phrase, Elizabeth, tu de gratia regina fide defensor, meaning Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, defender of the faith. This inscription has been used on many UK coins throughout her reign and is a continuation of a centuries-old tradition in British and earlier Roman-influenced European coinage. The 1992 2-pence coin represents not only a unit of currency, but also a piece of numismatic and national history. It provides insight into the UK's monarchy, economy, minting practices, and cultural symbols. Design details obverse, front. Design portrait. The obverse side of the coin features the third definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, which was designed by Raphael Makhlouf. This portrait was used on British coins from 1985 until 1997. It shows the Queen wearing the George IV state diadem, which is traditionally worn by British queens on state occasions and during the state opening of Parliament. Legend, inscription. Around the edge of the portrait, the text reads, Elizabeth II, DG, Reg FD 1992, DG Reg. De Gratia Regina, by the grace of God, Queen, FD Fide Defensor, Defender of the Faith. 1992. Year of issue. The font is clear, traditional, and embossed with uniform spacing, reflecting the authority and dignity of the monarchy. Reverse, back. Design main design. The reverse of the 1992 2-pence coin features the badge of the Prince of Wales. 3 ostrich feathers encircled by a coronet, with a ribbon bearing the German motto Ich dien, which translates to I serve. Denomination. Below the emblem, the words 2 pence are written in uppercase letters. Designer. This reverse design was originally created by Christopher Ironside, a noted British coin designer and artist who also designed the reverse of many decimal coins introduced in 1971 when Britain decimalized its currency. Composition and specifications. The 1992 2-pence coin marks a significant shift in the coin's metal composition. Prior to 1992, these coins were made from bronze, 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, 0.5% tin. However, due to the rising cost of copper in the late 1980s and early 1990s, the Royal Mint decided to change the composition. Post-1992. Composition, material. Copper-plated steel, steel core with a thin outer layer of copper. Magnetic. Properties. These coins are magnetic, whereas the earlier bronze coins were not. This is a quick way to distinguish between pre- and post-1992 issues. Other specifications. Mass, 7.12 grams diameter, 25.9 in millimeter thickness, approximately 1.85 millimeter edge, plain, smooth, without milling, mintage and circulation. In 1992, over 300 million 2-pence coins were minted. This high mintage means the 1992 coin is relatively common in circulation and not considered rare or particularly valuable in average circulated condition. However, coins in uncirculated or proof condition, particularly those that were part of mint sets or commemorative issues, can have higher value to collectors. The 1992 2-pence was minted by the Royal Mint, which has produced British coinage for over 1,100 years. Most coins were intended for general circulation, but a limited number were struck in proof quality for collectors. Historical and cultural significance. Though it is just a small unit of currency, the 2-pence coin from 1992 is significant in a few notable ways. Monarchic Legacy Queen. Elizabeth II's long reign saw many changes in British society, including numerous coin designs and metallic changes. The use of Latin on coins continues the historic symbolism of continuity, monarchy, and tradition. Each portrait change throughout her reign symbolizes a different phase of British history and public sentiment. Economic impact. Change in metal composition in 1992 reflects wider economic decisions, particularly how governments manage costs related to coin production. The price of copper had risen significantly, and to maintain cost-effectiveness, the UK followed the example of other nations in using steel cores with copper plating. Decimal coinage system. The 2-pence coin is a product of the decimalization that occurred in 1971 when the UK moved from the old pounds, shillings, and pence system to the modern decimal system. The 2p coin represented a value equivalent to 0.02 pounds sterling. The move simplified monetary transactions and helped align the UK with global monetary standards. Collectability and values of 2025, most 1992. 2-pence coins in circulated condition are worth face value, i.e., 2p. However, several factors can enhance a coin's value. Uncirculated mint state coins. These can be worth more, often between 0.50 to 2 depending on condition and market demand. Proof sets. Coins from 1992. Royal Mint proof sets can be more valuable to collectors. Error. Coins. Rare minting errors, misstrikes, off-centers, die cracks, etc. can sometimes increase value significantly. One common collector's curiosity is whether the coin reads new pence instead of 2 pence. Coins from 1971-1981 used new pence, and 2 pence was introduced from 1982 onward. Therefore, a 1992 coin correctly reads 2 pence. How to store and preserve. If you wish to preserve a 1992 2-pence coin for collectible purposes, avoid cleaning it, as cleaning can damage its surface and reduce value. Store it in a coin holder or album with protection from air and moisture. Keep it in a cool, dry place away from direct sunlight to prevent corrosion, especially since copper-plated steel can rust if exposed. Fun facts and trivia magnet test. You can use a magnet to distinguish between pre-1992 bronze and post-1992 steel coins. If it sticks to a magnet, it's post-1992 Royal Mint location. Coins were struck in Llantrisant, Wales, where the modern Royal Mint facility is located. Commemorative issues. In 2008, a new reverse design was introduced as part of the Royal Shield series, but the 1992 coin retains the classic Prince of Wales badge. Conclusion: the 1992 Elizabeth II. 2-pence coin is a small yet symbolically rich artifact of modern British numismatic history. With a portrait of a long-reigning monarch, the use of Latin inscriptions, a historically significant reverse design, and a change in metal composition reflecting broader economic trends, it offers more than just monetary value. It embodies the intersection of tradition, economy, and national identity. While it may not be rare or particularly valuable in general circulation, the coin holds a wealth of information for historians, collectors, and anyone curious about the hidden stories embedded in everyday objects. Whether as part of a coin collection or simply as a curiosity found in a change jar, the 1992 2-pence coin is a fascinating piece of Britain's modern legacy.